What is up, everyone? Yeah, on a Friday night. I know it's been a very, very busy rest of the day. I know my game got canceled. That's supposed to be in Heritage Park. My last home game there, and that's supposed to be the repeat for Angel's birthday. So that one had to be postponed to Monday afternoon during my lunch break. And the William Peak one in the my other home court, which is at CPE, that'll be after work. So as far as the rest of the schedule, going for the next week, which is supposed to be the last week of the 2025 shoot around season, regular season. The Pearl Jane one, I'm gonna make that happen uh, on Tuesday. It'll be Tuesday instead of Wednesday. And as far as for Wednesday is the 30th. Um, I want to check with Russ and Eugene to see if they'll be able to, you know, to do my home game. Because I had that one at one of the home games, one of the remaining home games, to where um, I would be playing with them, and that's supposed to be the game from either the CPE one from, what was it, the last week on Monday, not this past Monday, but the last week, or the one from when I played with Russ at the home court near his house, his home court in Pinewood. So I'm gonna make sure to make that happen on the last day if it's necessary. So I'm gonna move the repeat of Pearl Jane's birthday at Cedar Glen on Tuesday instead of Wednesday. Well, anyways, this topic right here, I've been wanting to talk about it. I never had a chance to talk about it, and so, as you know, this life-changing move is pretty much taking effect, and right now it's helping me to, to relax a little, right? You know, it'll get to more of that. So I feel like now that I've been taking a back seat as far as not having to play my main role. I guess you can call it the starting role, to where I gotta take over a whole lot of some of my family's usual duties. Because now I got a couple of relatives that are moving in. At least for the meantime, and that's helping me to feel like I'm taking a back seat, you know, as far as my role is concerned. So it'll give me more time for myself, as far as, especially with some of the projects that I'm doing right now, and especially one for you know the coming Halloween season, right? So that's giving me more time for myself, as far as getting what I need done. Not that I'm just completely relaxing myself, but I'm not saying that I'm not gonna be doing anything. Of course, I still gotta be helping out when needed. But I'm saying, just like with that previous week, um, when it was just when I felt like I took when I was able to take my back seat, as far as you know having to be constantly aware, and helping around with my family's usual duties when needed. It's gonna be the same way this time, and especially going into next week. So for the 30th, I'll definitely still get my historic last day of the month straight going. I think, if I'm not mistaken, now I think that will be 43 or 44. Yeah. So I know for sure that'll keep going. So I'll have a chance to go out, later in the after I get off, whoever I hang out with, and just have a good time, and come home, just maybe grab dinner with some of the guys. We'll see, but I'll make sure to make that happen. So I'm not gonna miss an opportunity for that. And since I'm talking about doing hangout plans, I know I said about doing Russ, Eugene, and Ray's birthdays at the same time. I know I wanted to make that happen originally during what was supposed to be my 3-week break, earlier in the month. But I guess now, like, with this life-changing move that has allowed me to take a back seat, on my role, I guess I can make that happen as well, you know. So I'll be sure to make that happen with, celebrating Russ, Eugene, and Ray's birthdays when I could. So far, the only birthday I celebrated was Dewey's. And, I want to make sure that I'll be able to celebrate Russ's, Eugene's, and Ray's birthdays at the same time. I'll make sure to make that happen. It'll probably be early October. So I'll talk to the guys about that whenever those guys will be available, because I know Ray is usually available Fridays or Saturdays. It just depends on his agenda, for either one of those days. So I'll make sure to make that happen as well. So, I guess now I should be pretty much blessed to see this life-changing move. And I think I'm going to have more hangout opportunities, starting the next month. But we'll see what happens, though. Anything could just happen right at the beginning of the month. But, it seems like right now I may have more hangout opportunities coming, So yeah, man, I think I'm just blessed to finally see this life-changing move happen a lot sooner than later. And right now it's going to be a whole lot more family time. Going to be spending less time on them group chats. And I know I talked and at some point I told some of the guys, hey, I might just stop being on group chats for a little while, just because now I'm going to be onto more family time, you know what I'm saying? But it's going to be an interesting weekend to start. So it's no longer going to feel like a lot of my previous weekends, where they just feel so long, and it just to the point where I'm just home a whole lot and just having to deal with the same things over and over. Weekends have been feeling long, honestly. Now it's going to be a whole different story, and our weekends are going to run by a lot faster. I guess they're going to run more smoothly, and I'm expecting to have some more good moments and more good times. And it's going to be great, man. It's going to be great. It's going to be a blessing. So I'm thankful for this moment, this life-changing moment. And once again, it's allowing me to take a backseat on my role, so where I don't have to be constantly aware as much, as far as like in dire need to take over some of my family's duties. But yeah, I am just definitely gonna enjoy all what I got, at least for the rest of this month. It's still not gonna change the fact that I'm 0-9, but at least going forward and going into next month, I might see some just more good things to come. All right, so that's all I want to touch on, and I'm gonna get to one more video before I close out the day. Peace.